Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be doing a 2017 favorites, and I know it's long overdue because it's already February, but I figure I'd do it anyway. So let's get into it. So my first favorite would have to be my bullet journal. Before I discovered bullet journaling, I have tried so many different planners out there. You know, I would buy so many planners from Target, different stores, and I was really into the whole KKK planners, and I spent so much money on it, but then a few months after, I realized it just wasn't working out for me. The main reason why those planners didn't work out for me was because all of their pages were dated. Having all those dated pages, I just felt very restricted. And there were days where I wouldn't feel like filling in each page, or I didn't have anything planned that day. So every time I would look through all the blank pages, I would feel frustrated with myself because I felt that I was wasting so much paper. So that's the main reason why. Thankfully, a couple years ago, I stumbled upon this system, bullet journaling, and I haven't looked back since. Bullet journaling has been the greatest thing in life lately. First of all, I am using the Leuchtturm 1917 dotted notebook. It's in the gray color. So I'm not going to explain how to bullet journal. I will leave a link to the video by Ryder Carroll, who is the founder of bullet journaling. He explains it way better than I can. I love bullet journaling because you are free to make it however you want. You can create it in a way that suits your personality, your lifestyle, and I have found a way for it to fit in my lifestyle. So I usually keep mine very simple. There are a lot of other bullet journalists who like to be very decorative and like to doodle, add washi tape and stickers. And then there are other people like me who love to keep it simple and just direct. And I feel that it's very forgiving because if you make mistakes, you know, you can always get better at it on the next page. So there's a lot of room for trial and error. And 2 years of using this system, I've become less of a perfectionist. You know, whenever I make a mistake, I just kind of brush it off and just keep in mind that, you know, I have many pages to improve on. Now, I won't go in depth with my thoughts on it because I am planning on filming a bullet journal flip through of my setup for 2017 into 2018. So look out for that. It's gonna come soon. My second favorite would have to be Care of vitamins. So I have mentioned these vitamins a few times on my videos and on my Instagram, and I just can't get enough. It's kind of funny because I was never really a vitamin type of girl. Prior to this, I was taking, you know, regular multivitamins by Centrum, but I felt that they weren't doing anything for me. So Care vitamins are a monthly subscription. When you first go onto their website, they have you take a 5-minute quiz with a series of questions. And once you're done with the quiz, they send you a list of recommended vitamins. So I am currently taking rhodiola, garlic, probiotic blend, vitamin D, and astaxanthin. So every month when you receive your vitamins, they come in a dispenser, which is cool. It makes it really fun to take your vitamins in the morning. And the cool thing is that it's personalized. So each of the packets have your name on it. Like for mine, it says, "Hey Charlene," and then it comes with like a random fact. I've been taking this for a whole year now, and I have seen a significant change in my overall mood and my physical and mental health. So before taking these vitamins, I used to get really prone to getting sick. Whenever there was someone close to me who was sick, I would catch whatever they had. So one major thing that I noticed after taking these vitamins was that I rarely got sick. Usually whenever my niece and nephew would get sick, I would catch whatever they have. You know, a few months ago, I was carrying my nephew and he literally coughed in my face, and hours later, I would immediately start to feel sick, but not that time. But I will say though, that over the holidays, I did catch a cold because a lot of my extended family got sick and we were all in the same room. But the thing is that when I did catch the cold, it didn't escalate into anything worse than it was. You know, usually when I do get sick, it would get to the point where I would be bedridden, having cough attacks, and not being able to breathe through one nostril. Ugh. So thankfully, it didn't get to that point. It was just more of a dry cough and a slight runny nose, but that's about it. So yeah, I did get a little sick, but I feel that these vitamins really controlled all that, and it did help. So I'm going to continue taking these vitamins for as long as I can because I believe it has done great things on my body. And the cool thing is that now they have an app, and it just helps you keep track of taking your vitamins every day. The more consistent you are in taking your vitamins, the more rewards you earn. So I'm able to save some money each month, and it's amazing. You know, those rewards where you get 2 free packs next month or 5 free packs next month, and I was able to give a $25 gift card to my sister, so I reached that milestone. So yeah, it's just a really fun way to take your vitamins, and I love that about Care of. We're just doing great things for our health. Now my third favorite would have to be this book called The Vortex, where the law of attraction assembles all cooperative relationships. And this is by Esther and Jerry Hicks with the teachings of Abraham. So I mentioned this book so many times. I talked about it in one of my videos. I think it's called my Chat and Create. I will leave a link to that as well, so you can learn more about it. But this book came at the right time for me. This book really helped me understand the relationships I have in my life and why we are the way we are. So the main thing that the book talks about are your thoughts. Basically, you are what you think about, whether you want it or not. So you can attract whatever you want to attract, and whatever you think, whether it be positive or negative, you will attract it into your reality, and that's the main focus. We are all just energy, and whatever energy you release into the world, it will return back to you. So that's why in this book they always say to always think good feeling thoughts. And that is something that I've always been practicing every single day. And in this book, they go into all the types of relationships that you have. So it starts from the beginning. So it starts from before you were in your physical body, and then into your physical body, and then it goes into your relationship with your parents, your siblings, your friends, coworkers, your boyfriend and girlfriend. And it just helps you have a better understanding of all of those relationships. And the number one thing that you get from it, from every relationship, they always say that in order to have a good relationship with those around you, you must be aligned with your non-physical and physical self, if that makes sense. So basically just to love yourself fully, you know, to be aligned with who you truly are. So I don't have the physical book. I first got it on Kindle, and then I realized that I wanted it on Audible. So I mainly listen to this book on Audible, and by the way, this is not sponsored. I listen to this book as often as I can. I try to play it almost every day just so I can have it all embedded in my mind, because everything in this book is just so true. So I highly recommend this book. I have seriously recommended this book to all my close friends and family, and they have learned so much from it as well. And I just want to share this with everyone because I feel that everyone needs to remember all of this in order to live your best life. My fourth favorite would have to be these FELINA leggings. I got these from Costco, and honestly, this is like one of my favorite Costco purchases ever because, first of all, if you know me, I am not a jeans type of girl. I love things that are soft and cozy. I rarely wear jeans, mainly because I don't like the way that the material feels on my skin. So that's why lately I have been wearing leggings all day, every day. And it's thanks to these pair of leggings from Costco because they are seriously velvety soft, like they say on the packaging. And when I first saw it, I immediately did like a touch test and I just threw it in the cart because I knew I had to get it. So a pack of 2 is $15, and I think it's a reasonable price because it's really good quality. I just can't get enough of these. I literally have 4 pairs at home, and I wear it as my PJs and I wear it to go out. So the material, it feels a lot like tights because it's stretchy, but it has the thickness of regular leggings. And literally right now I am wearing it and I'm gonna go to sleep in it. No shame, it's seriously the best. I always wear like a long top or a dress over it. It's just so cozy and comfortable. So if you plan on buying it, I suggest that after the washer to hang dry it, because I found that putting it in the dryer kind of lost its softness a little bit. So that's why after the washer I immediately hang dry it, and it dries really quick. So yeah, it's still very smooth and I love it. Now my 5th favorite would have to be my Canon EOS M3. So if you had watched my filming equipment video, I did have a Canon T5i, but I sold that a year ago. I didn't really want it because it was so bulky. I wanted to have cameras that were portable, lightweight, and did what I wanted. So once I sold the T5i, I bought the M3, and it's now my primary camera. And honestly, it took me a while to decide on this camera because I was doing a lot of research on potential cameras, and I wanted to make sure that whatever I was gonna buy would be something that I would use often. I thought about using the old model, the Canon EOS M, but it was lacking in a few things that I really wanted. Initially, I wanted to get the newer model, which is the Canon EOS M6, but it was way too expensive for me, so I opted for the M3. There were reviews on both of them, and a lot of people were saying that the M3 is very similar to the M6. It's just that the M3 isn't the best in autofocusing and the stabilization, but I found a way for it to work for me. So that's why I decided on the M3, because first of all, it fits my budget. So it's one of the older models, but it's much better than my old Canon EOS M. So the things that I like about the M3 is that it has a flip-up screen. So that's something that I need, especially when I'm filming myself or when I'm filming my speed drawing videos, because I want to be able to tilt the screen towards me. And another great feature that the M didn't have was that it had built-in Wi-Fi. So with the M3, I'm able to transfer photos from my camera to my iPhone, and it's very quick. So that's another good thing. Other great thing about the M3 is that I'm able to use my adapter. So I have this lens adapter where I can use all my old FD lenses. The FD lenses are from my old film camera, and I have a few FD lenses that were passed down from my dad. And I love using those FD lenses because it has that really soft, vintagey feel, and the bokeh is really awesome. I use the 28mm FD lens a lot, so yeah, it's amazing. And I bought the adapter from Amazon. If you're interested, I'll leave a link down below to where I purchased it. And it's true when they say the camera body isn't very important. What's most important is the lens that you use. So I feel that I get a lot of great quality from this camera, even though the stabilization isn't the best and the autofocus isn't the best. I find a way that works best for me, and I like it so much. It's really lightweight. I'm able to bring it along with me when I travel. I can pretty much use this camera for everything. But eventually I will upgrade to the M6. But for now, I am definitely okay with the M3 because it just works well for me. Now my 6th favorite would have to be an album. It's by Daniel Caesar. It's his FREUDIAN album, and oh my lord, this album is just truly amazing. If you're really into some smooth R&B, kind of like gospel music, this is the album for you. So I first heard of Daniel Caesar from Selection Radio. I discovered so many artists on there, and Daniel Caesar was one of them. And when his FREUDIAN album came out, I literally listened to it the whole day. I remember when I first heard it, I was cleaning the house and I had it on repeat over and over and over. And ever since then, I've been listening to it non-stop, and I'm not even tired of it. Like today, I was driving and I was listening to it, and I just can't get enough of it. It's one of those albums where you can listen to all of the tracks and not get tired of it. His music is like a mixture of Miguel and Frank Ocean, and I love both of them, so he's just like the best combination. I love that he featured so many women in this album, like her, Sid, and Charlotte Day Wilson. All of their voices are just so beautiful, and I felt that each song that they were featured in, they just suited it so well. Now, as I can listen to his whole album without skipping a song, I do have a few favorites that I can just play on repeat. Tracks like Get You, my all-time favorite, Best Part, Hold Me Down, New Roses, Transgressor's Song, and Blessed. They're all great songs, and I feel that they are all worth a listen. Now, my last favorite would have to be my Hydroflask. This was such an investment. So I drink water all day, every day. That's the only beverage that I will drink and never get tired of it. I know it's so boring, but water is so good for you. So I got my Hydroflask at Sprouts Market. I got the 24 ounce in a dark gray color, and I love this thing so much. I bring it with me everywhere. This one has the twist cap, and I feel that with this one it's much easier to clean. I love this thing because it keeps my water cold up to 24 hours. So even when you're out and about and it's blazing hot outside, this Hydroflask keeps your water super cold, especially when you put a lot of ice in there. It really does well in the heat. This fits perfectly in my tote bags, and it actually fits really well in one of my smaller backpacks. I'm so surprised. Yeah, I think this is a really great investment. I probably spent between $25 to $30 something on this, but since I use this every day, it's worth every penny. And before I bought this Hydroflask, I used to use plastic water bottles. I feel that the Hydroflask is so much better on the environment. Alright, so that was it for my 2017 favorites. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!